up, wait a minute, all good just a week ago. Grew at my house and we party every weekend. So on the radio, that's my favorite song. Make me bounce around like I don't know, like I won't be here long. Now the thrill is gone, got no patience, cause I'm not a doctor. Girl, why is you lying? Girl, why you move faster? Yeah, me casa su casa. Got it stripping like Gaza. Got so high off volcanoes. Now the flow is so lava. Yeah, we spit that saliva. iPhone got message from Viber. Either the head is so hydra or we let bygones be bygones. I got you pay for your friends. I'll take that as a compliment. Got a house full of homies. Why I feel so the opposite. Incompetent ain't the half of it. Saturdays with young lavish. Saddest shit is I'm bad as it. These they took from the cabinet. Sorry, I'm just scared of the future. Till 2005, I got your back, we can do this. Hold up. No matter what you say, what you do.
Hey, everyone. Episode 7. Welcome to Derry. Before we even get into it, y'all, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when we drop our videos such as Welcome to Derry, Pluribus on Apple TV, Power Book for Force, new movies that are coming out. We'll be doing Five Nights at Freddy's soon. We have covered all the seasons of Stranger Things. Stranger Things Volume 1 that just came out. We'll be doing a theories video soon and covering Volume 2 when that comes out. Y'all, this is the place that you want to be for all the nerdy things. Now, that being said, this episode, no notes. Chef's kiss, no notes. CT, what you got?
I hadn't seen like the whole like black massacre on TV in a long time, and like I was wondering how far they would go with it. They went just far enough for me to be like, damn, and at the same time, not so far that it turned me off. So, yeah, but
right. I felt like it was done in a way that it wasn't trauma porn, but it was still like horrific.
Yeah, it's messed up.
If that makes sense. I'm trying to think. I feel like they may have shown that in maybe Love. I don't think I've seen that since like Lovecraft Country. When they did it, I think they did an episode about like the Oklahoma bombings. I think in the Watchmen may have done that too. But yeah, it's been some years.
Yeah, but even then, like the Watchmen, it was a very sterile look at it. We saw it from like the perspective of like one person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we see the kid or whatever escaping. So it's not like as like the scope and the scale of it. It was huge around this individual, but because it was focused on them, we didn't see a lot of it. I haven't seen nothing that was like on the level of that's hard to watch since like Django. to be honest.
Yeah, it was a lot. This episode, soon as it came on, it grabbed you, and you had to be locked in. You had to be locked in this whole episode.
Yeah, I was definitely interested. Like,
right,
attention real quick.
Start to finish, even them last 2-3 minutes. Like this episode was like we got you in a chokehold from the first opening credits of the show until literally the credits roll at the end. Like we got you, and it definitely did. And I'm talking from the beginning with giving us Pennywise, the Bob Gray origins, and the opening credits. I don't know if y'all have noticed, the score is changing. The music is changing, although it's the little tune that we all have grown to love and get stuck in your head. The tone of it changes.
I ain't noticed.
Yeah, watch it again. Watch the intro song, because I think they introduced it in like episode 2. Listen to it in episode 2, then go back and listen to it in this latest episode. It's changed. towards the end of the song, the tone starts to get a little bit darker. They're doing a little bit something with the chords or adding in some extra sound that starts to make it seem like real creepy, like towards the end. Like I'm very conscious these days of like people trying to tell you a story within the intro, especially like House of Dragon um, is one that does that, tries to tell you something within the opening credits. And so I've kind of been aware of what's happening with that. But yeah, just something, a little Easter egg there, y'all. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm telling you. But this was a very, very good episode. I want to say this year, TV shows have been hitting a lot harder than film for me. And between Welcome to Derry, episode 7, and Stranger Things, volume 1, episode 4, they got me. Like, this is great TV. This is the kind of TV that I want to see. This is what I'm here for. And I need award shows to start giving horror shows their credit. They need to start giving these actors and these series and writers and directors recognition, because horror shows very, very rarely get recognized or win awards during like film festival season and award show season, or like they're not getting the recognition I feel like they deserve. They may throw one in there every now and then, like Severance. It's like more sci-fi thriller, but Severance has been getting tossed out there. But once they get there, they latch on to one, they'll leave it alone. Like a Game of Thrones was one that they would let kind of creep in there.
Is a horror?
Game of Thrones is fantasy, but they do have like the White Walkers.
Because of that.
I would say I only say Game of Thrones to say because the dragons, and they have White Walkers, which are zombies.
Yeah, nah, that's all fantasy. Because I play fantasy video games, and the undead is all a part of the fantasy magic, and they stretch it with that one.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us would be a horror, but I mean, I doubt.
Not this last season. I don't remember them getting anything, but I think that first.
I doubt they would have gotten anything this last season anyway. But
yeah, the first season, I feel like they were getting at least a couple nominations.
But this
Lovecraft Country got some nominations, but like no wins. I don't feel like they're recognizing these creators, because Bill Skarsgård, come on.
Yeah, he killing it, but it's the subject matter. Like that's why like the award shows, they have issues with, like, you will see a horror film with like a deeper meaning or like a more abstract tone. Those will make it to these award shows, and then they'll win. But like if it's something that's more of a straightforward horror, it's because of the subject matter. They seem to tend to shy away from it. It's the same thing with like comic book movies. Like it took like the MCU making all the money for them to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just how pretentious.
And they're still selective with it. Like Black Panther, I can only think about Black Panther and like The Dark Knight were like comic book movies that were able to get like into like the big award shows. And like for horror, I think like Silence of the Lamb and Get Out.
But see, like those are like psychological thrillers. Like if it's a horror movie, it's a horror movie or a horror show that has to make you think, or that has to be like outside the box for them to, because they just don't like straight horror, especially when it's like
they don't appreciate the genre in these award shows like that. And I really feel like that is leaving out a whole lot of good, talented people. You're leaving out a lot of talented writers and actors and directors, because between Stranger Things and Welcome to Derry, these people, they need to be getting these nominations because they're firing on all cylinders this year. Like they are not coming to play. Like they made sure they was on point with every aspect of these shows. That's why it took them so long to come out, because they not playing no games when they came out. And
Yeah,
it's like I hate it that they're not getting the recognition that they should. Like Noah needs to be getting recognition for Stranger Things, because the way he shifted into like Super Saiyan in that volume 2, because we gonna have a conversation about it. Like, and especially him from being a child actor until now, he that deserves recognition. And I guess I already said Bill Skarsgård definitely deserves to recognition for his role. Like him getting lost into this role of Pennywise and being who he. I'm over it. Like I don't know who I need to talk to advocate for y'all to start looking, because most when people think about horror, y'all be thinking about like the B horror, the B movies and stuff like that, the ridiculousness. But there's some people are really putting a foot into these damn shows and movies.
yeah.
And I really need them to get all the accolades that they deserve.
I
But
mean,
that's my whole spiel on that.
I think like when it comes to like horror and winning awards, like they'll have to lean more into like horror's always been like about social commentary, but they have to lean more into it in order to garner the attention they want to. Like this show heavily leans into social commentary, but it plays it like it's a thing of the past. So like it's safe. It's a view of a past perspective. It doesn't necessarily acknowledge the ongoing tension that still exists today, but it does show like an accurate representation of the past. So it kind of straddles the fence of being like, an accurate representation of how things used to be without being preachy, you know what I'm saying, to the audience about how things are and things haven't changed as much as they shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like for them to get awards, they have to straddle that fence and they have to do it pretty well. I think this show did it pretty well, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just so many things to touch on. Like the primary victims are kids. You know, like stuff like that works against you in these award shows. And like for us being horror fans, that adds to the fear factor of the entire
Right.
situation.
Right.
Especially if you're a parent, that's one thing. And then thinking about it from like we were all kids before. Thinking about it from the perspective of being a kid in
Mm-hmm.
that situation, it should drive home what Pennywise represents as an entity of fear more than anything. Like so, it should give you that you should understand that allegory, but it's still too much for some people. A lot of people who are in the decision making rooms that they seeing kids get ate on screen is like, yo, what's this shit? Like, so it's a catch-22. They may one day get they due. Like I said, it took the MCU making all the money for comic book movies to start getting looks. So it's gonna take something major. It's gonna take there being like a really, really crazy standout horror film with like mass appeal, kind of like how Get Out was, like that.
I feel like Sinners can do that, because right now Sinners it was announced that they have Golden Globe nominations. I don't know if they will win, but that's a major thing for it to be an original screenplay with a black led cast, for it to touch on. It's like horror, but Ryan Coogler did it so smart that the first half of the movie, if you didn't know you was watching a horror film, you didn't know it until it gets to that one scene. But you can watch half of the movie and not even know what it was. And it's filled with like music and culture. Like I think Ryan Coogler has an, especially working with the MCU, like he did it in a smart enough way that I feel like he knew what award shows were gonna look at.
Yeah, of
And
course.
but see, they didn't but they put it in a category of a drama.
That is a stretch. Not saying it's not a drama because it is. But I would say most horror movies that take themselves seriously, the core foundation of them is a drama.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a drama with scares. That's what
And
a
that's
horror movie is.
and I think he saw that, and that's kind of the route that they went with Sinners. So I'm like, if you conscious about that, and you're aiming for that, like he did that real smooth, and they got the Golden Globe nominations. I don't know what's going to happen around Oscar season, but for a horror movie to even be considered for Golden Globe, like that's like one ticket. Like when you get into like Golden Globes and Emmys and Critics' Choice Awards, like when those things start looking at you, like the buzz is real. And we already know that was like the highest grossing horror movie of the year, I believe.
I think it was like the highest grossing original IP in so many years or
And
something.
in years too, as
Yeah.
well. So I'm here advocating for the horror genre, if nobody else. Not to just I love watching and reading it, but like these people work hard too, and I'm here for the day that the genre of these people get their just due, because I see the work that was done in this series,
Oh
and
yeah.
I don't I appreciate every. This series has given us so far 7 solid episodes. They hadn't missed. Welcome to Derry ain't missed yet. Every episode, they like, we got something for you each time. And I've been here for every single last episode. And this show, they need they praise and they accolades. And start just starting with this. They said we've been teasing y'all with little Easter eggs throughout the season. Now it's gonna be a good time to go ahead and drop you the full backstory of what happened, and not just giving us a backstory of Welcome to Derry and what happens. This gave us a backstory of how we got Pennywise in general, because we've been through 3 It movies and not
Mhm.
known where Pennywise came from. And Welcome to Derry said, I got the story for you. And for us to even see Bill Skarsgård give us Bob Gray as Pennywise, and then Pennywise the entity. Come on, acting. Come on, talent.
Nah, I dig it. I thought it was a little weird that bro selected a clown to be like his main presentation. But now, I mean, seeing the backstory, you kind of get why, or like the angle it was going for. I don't think it necessarily understood kids well, even though that was his favorite food. I don't think Pennywise, the entity, understood like how to relate to kids, because it really seemed like he was admiring Pennywise the clown
Mm-hmm.
ability to like command the children's attention. Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what got his attention. Which is, I mean, I hate to say it, like how it goes real predatory. I say it like that.
It was, and that's the point that I think they was trying to like show us. Like
Yeah,
he targeted Bob Ray because he was just like, okay, I can actually do less work because the children gonna automatically be attracted to me anyway, because it looked like they like clowns. I don't even know what a clown is. I'm from
yeah,
outer space. I don't know what this is, but apparently this looks like something appealing to the young folk.
yeah. And you can tell, and it's like his, like when we see Daniel's flashbacks, like when Halloran was going into his mind, and you
Mhm.
see like how the entity was attacking the native people, and like then you see like how it attacked Shaw when he was a child, and then you see like it evolve into Pennywise and how it attacks kids now. Like it took over the original Pennywise's entire act, like everything, the way he dances, the way he moves, because
Mhm.
he didn't move nothing or act anything like this prior
Mm-mm.
to 1908, and it had been there since forever, since pre-colonial times. So, but it's crazy to me like how it's stuck to this moniker. Either this is like either he likes this clown stuff himself as the entity, or it's very effective in like
Mhm.
luring in kids.
I think it's effective, probably the most effective way he can draw in them easier and more of them at a time. Because I think they said like Pennywise is his like favorite shape that he shifts into. Because we
Yeah,
know he's a shapeshifter. Like this is probably his favorite because it's probably proven to get the most the most out of his time, space, and energy. And we now see that why Ingrid is is so attached because
yeah.
of
He thought of. I'm trying to figure out how old is she? Because she looked like she like 10 years old in 1908 at least.
yeah, I don't know, we got to get some age. I feel like we
Was
haven't
she
been past the
70?
Ingrid.
Is she 70? Because goddamn, she's don't go 70.
I feel like Ingrid may be in the season 2 because that's when she saw him come back for the first time. So I think we might get more details of Ingrid like in the next season or whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's something about her age, man. Because there's a reason why they're showing us. They show and like in 2 episodes in a row, they they hinted at her being really old because she was in freaking at working at the asylum in what
mhm.
30s or something like that. So she was in her 20s at that point. Like she got to be like 60, 65.
Yeah, I'm not sure how old she is, but we did get to see that she's a daddy's girl. And
Definitely.
she's a daddy's girl um who was also already missing a parent.
Yeah.
And and I guess that gives us a little bit more backstory on her, um why her grief is a bit bordering that stage of psychosis, if you will.
A bit. I hear you, but a bit.
Yeah, because I was, last week we flamed her up a little bit about like, girl, grief shouldn't look like this. You taking your grief a little bit above and beyond what most people would, and we see it's kind of because she already lost her mom, and we see the dad is not even doing well with losing the mom.
Yeah.
Because you see, in between the breaks, he got to take him a little swig, and I'm gonna talk about him and Halloran and they the way they got to cope with that with alcohol. But she already lost one parent, and then she's a daddy's girl. That's all she has to cling to, and then he's gone too. For her to be that young of an age and lose two parents, especially lost him, and then when they said like they were trying to allude to coyotes got him or wolves or something,
Wolves, yeah.
it wasn't even like a proper goodbye. It was just like he was gone in the night. That probably like triggered some kind of trauma response in her that she clearly never
Probably.
healed from.
He never left that moment.
She
Like
didn't.
the
I was
rest of
trying
her
to walk
life.
it in. I'm trying to ease it into her now.
Right, right.
She did. So something that brain of hers just it snapped in that moment, and she did not recover from that. And and I guess she was probably hanging on by a thread, losing her mom, and was just clinging to I have my dad. And you see, she wanted to be just like him. Like she created her own persona of a clown to be like her father, and to take her mother's
Right.
showbiz name, like just to be able like I miss my mom. I'm gonna stand in her shoes and fill in her spot, and I'm gonna make my dad proud. And then boom, he gone, and I don't. There's not even a body, and she has nobody. Like we don't even know what happened to Ingrid between the time that both of her parents was gone. Like where
Yeah,
did
she said that the circus moved on and she stayed.
Yeah, but with who?
I have no clue. And like I mean, it's
You
probably
know?
why she's in the marriage that she's in right now. But Yeah.
Right. We don't even know what happened to her. Like after her parents are gone. She's grieving a mom and a dad. Her mind is snapping. She's now an orphan. You know, and it's no wonder why she is, a
Impressionable.
little, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Extremely
why she's so
impressive.
like naive, and why we're like she's a little in left field the way that she's expressing her grief, because one would think that what she did to lure Pennywise back was just completely absurd. But her mind been gone since that happened.
Yeah, it was
She ain't
still
been all there for a very long time.
pretty messed up what she did.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. I ain't excusing that behavior now, because she was willing to sacrifice children and black people just to
Everybody
see her dead father.
doesn't see her dad, bro.
That's above and beyond insanity in
Yeah.
itself. But I guess we needed to see how she got to this place to where, okay, this why you a little on the eccentric side.
Just
I
while
see.
all these folks about to die, so you can
Right.
come out here and realize that thing ain't your daddy.
Exactly, for you to finally figure out this ain't who you thought it was going to be in the first place, wasting all of these people time and lives. And so we get the Derry's version of the clan, what they call the League of somebody, or whatever they was trying to call themselves. That's basically who they are. Because I think like in the book that they just called them what they were. We ain't gonna give them no little special name.
The Friends of Humanity.
Yeah, well, exactly. Whatever they could try to call themselves. We know what y'all are. Stop coming here with y'all. And and lo and behold, Ingrid wasn't the only one who gets down with the swirl. They see somebody else in there. Like,
I noticed her in the last episode. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like, "What?" And she was just singing. I'm like, "Yo, what?"
Having her a good time, because where you go, that's the juke joint. You feel me? That's where you're going to have a good time.
Well, to me, like my first thought was, is she mixed or something? And I saw her in the last episode. Like, is she mixed or something? What's she doing in here? But yeah, she wasn't supposed to be in there.
Not at all. She's like, God damn it now. And now the whole town gonna know about you. And this kind of reminded me, that's why CT, you are like the only person on the planet that ain't seen Sinners, because it's like we got two of our juke joints taken away from us in one damn year.
Really?
Why? Yes.
Really? Is that what?
We just Black people getting together to have a good old time in a place that they feel like is safe and away from everybody else, that they could just get together and sing and dance and drink and be merry. And then it's always gonna be somebody who gets upset at this, because ain't no way in the world y'all come up there looking for Hank because y'all assume that he murdered all of these children, and y'all look dead in there and see children and do exactly that.
Do exactly that. Yeah. I mean, but these are the same people that was mobilizing to go find Hank, and they ain't never mobilized and look for a child.
Exactly. They putting up signs over the missing children of Hank. Like, so where was this team spirit going to look for the missing children posters? There's so many of them, they just flying off of the trees and the poles, just for everywhere. And y'all said, F them kids, let's go find Hank instead. And let's go find Hank because he done took these children, and now these children are gone. And then y'all go in there and do what y'all accuse him of doing.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be real with you. When they was in there and the black guys drew down on them, I was like, "Oh, y'all should just got busy right there."
That's what I was thinking.
Like,
I
we
said,
would
this
never
is
let.
I'm talking about.
We just never let them walk out of there, bro. You're not walking out of here. Like
y'all pulled up on some soldiers that when they said, "Oh, we strapped too." Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Yeah, like but see, that's the problem with being between a rock and a hard place, because it's like if those soldiers shot, you know what I'm saying, capped those white dudes in that place, then what are they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Like at this point in time, so they have to be passive at this point. Those dudes got masks on. They trying to cover their asses. They trying to be in and be out before anybody recognize who it is. And the main person leading them is the former chief of police. So they already got cover for their actions. So one side got to worry about the aftermath of their actions, and the other side don't. But we still would have never let them leave, because, bro, it would have been a bloodbath in there. It would have just been at that close range. Everybody would have got.
And like, you know, looking back later, it's like, dang, they should have followed them out of there. But nobody's thinking about that. Nobody's thinking that they're going to be chained and locked in. Like that's because everybody is not. Everybody doesn't have an evil spirited mind. You know what I mean?
I knew they was going to freaking attack the place from the outside. I knew that from the jump.
But I didn't think that they was gonna like lock them in so they couldn't get. Like, I knew that if they tried to I knew that they was gonna torch the place, but I didn't know that they was like torch them, lock them in, and then like snipe them. Like, because everybody is not thinking that people want to be evil when they're providing a place that people can go that's safe. You know what I'm saying? Like that just shows like how evil people can really be. And of course, this is the breeding ground that Pennywise wants. Like he knows he set the tone for people to be this damn evil too. Like he's like, I know that they're gonna be the most malicious and sinister as they could possibly be for my benefit.
No, I dig it. I got you. We still capping them while he inside the.
Yeah,
it's up by at that point. Once they realize we harboring a fugitive, it's over with. In my opinion, we gotta try to get every last one of them because somebody might run back to town. So we're gonna have to erase an entire 50-year-old demographic of Derry.
Why they in there?
We're gonna have to do that.
Why y'all come in there with y'all kids' Halloween masks?
Bruh.
Just looking.
They was wilding. They was wilding with the mask.
Looking at this was some good directing right here. This was
one of a lot going on in there.
It was one of those one take shots too. Like,
I'm pretty sure it had to be.
Yeah. Like they literally it gave us like that perspective. It felt like we were there, and that's why sometimes I love a one take shot. Is like it puts you like right in there to where you feel immersed into what's going on, and you see everything happening around you, and it's like at every turn, it's like something is catching on fire, something is getting burnt up, somebody is falling, somebody's tripping over somebody, somebody's grabbing somebody's hand, and then somebody's like getting sniped through the window. So it's like a lot happening on every turn. And they literally, and I like that they didn't skip over this. I like that they took us through this whole moment. We got to sit in it to see exactly how terrible it really was.
Mm-hmm. Freaking hollering in these freaking ghosts though, man. They telling him where to go. He had to talk to him and get out of there.
I don't see enough people talking about Halloran in this moment. I need a second to talk about Halloran because we see, just like Ingrid's daddy, Bob Gray, they're both self-soothing with alcohol. Bob Gray is taking sips between shows. He's taking sips, getting ready for shows. He got to sit and take him a swig because he's grieving for his wife. And we see even implemented that into the show of him grieving for his wife. Like that's how hard it's hitting him. And then we see Halloran, who is trying to self-medicate away the things that was unlocked from Pennywise within his mind, because the more alcohol he intakes, the less intense it is, the less his powers are, and he's been trying to erase these things that he's seeing. But now everybody knows when a traumatic thing happens, people, so you know when they say when something happened, you sober up real quick.
Oh yeah, he sobered up. He sobered up for anything even. He
Exactly.
sobered up when they walked in there.
They walked in the door. He sobered up like really, really quickly. And so all that self-medicating he did to try to cover up what was going on from these visions and these things, the sights that he was seeing, all that went out of the window. And when we talk about sacrifices, and we're going to talk about the sacrifices because people are pointing out the sacrifice that Rich made, and we're going to give Rich his moment. We need to talk about the sacrifice that Halloran made too. Because Halloran sacrificed his sanity to save people.
His entire future, because we know how he ended up.
Right. And once he knew, he spoke to them and he said, you're never supposed to do that. And he did. And now they know. And Pennywise got caught wind of it. When Pennywise caught wind of it and was like,
oh, these are your peoples.
They see you. They they was with him. They was standing by like remember when I unlocked that box? Because guess what? Remember when you came up into my house and you came up in there unannounced? I ain't forgot. I feel like he was holding a grudge against him for popping up on him. Dreaming.
I think that freaking Pennywise has a fear of people who can use the shine.
Like, he ain't let that go. Like Pennywise was holding on to that car, like, cause you ain't just gonna come up in my dwelling unannounced, and I don't know how you got up in here, and you can see me, and I can see you. Yeah, he was like, I'm gonna get you for that. And that day was the day he said, "This is the payback for you popping up on me." Everybody that you were shot, they right here, and now you see them and they can see you. Have a nice life, Dick, because this now is your life.
I mean, it became his life, but like it's a double-edged sword, because being able to hear them, talk to them, interact with them, he is getting information. Like even in this scene, the deceased, the souls told him how to find the kids. The souls told him about the weak spot in the floor. Like the souls guided him out of there. But it's like he can't turn it off. That's the other side of the blade.
Because
like,
I don't give a damn. It ain't nothing about, I don't want that. I don't want it. Did you see how they was coming at him afterwards? Like they was on his ass afterwards. I don't want no parts of that. That would drive me completely insane.
I mean, yeah, I get it, but he has this, like, this makes his precog abilities 1,000% better, because they're telling him exactly what's happening, exactly where to go, exactly what to do. And yeah, he don't want it in his head all the time, and he probably wishes he could turn it on, turn it off. But in that moment, they saved his life, and they saved the kids. Well, everybody is so rich, but they saved the kids and they saved his life. So, I mean, he had been resisting doing it, because Leroy said in the last episode, well, the episode that was left the house, he was like, well, why don't you just holler at them and let them tell you where the things are that we're trying to find? And he was like, nah, player, I'm not talking to them.
I'm done. Yeah, I wouldn't be willing to make that sacrifice. I'm sorry. And have me in psychosis for the rest of my life. I'm not willing to make that sacrifice.
I mean, he ended up dealing with it. He was a stable individual, but he never stopped seeing them. Like that's what it was. Like he never stopped seeing
open. Them. Yeah, they're there, and he had to like make do now with being a pre and a medium. Like I don't want that ability in me at all. And
like, I always go back to The Shining, because I mean The Shining and Dr. Sleep is like, as far as like the king linear storytelling from one to the next. It's kind of like the most solid and the most consistent. So I go back to him. This show brings me there a lot, but it's because we do see how it ended up, and then we see how Danny was, and then like we kind of from just seeing this, especially this incident and what happened afterwards, with him being able to see where the pillars were, by following the dead, pretty much. We see why he empathized so much with Danny at this point, because Danny couldn't turn it off. Like Danny was a little kid seeing it, and he couldn't. Like Holleran's grandmother taught him how to box it up. Danny ain't have that. Danny was just seeing it.
And so speaking of Sting, Pennywise ass all out in the goddamn open. He
was. I mean, but in the chaos, like nobody wasn't noticing this thing.
But and they did you see the way that he walked up through there? Like this is the party he was waiting on his whole life. Like this is the party of the year for him. The way he walked up in that place. I don't know how many of y'all are on TikTok.
Oh my God.
But TikTokers been out here doing the Pennywise strut the way he walked in there. Y'all ain't seen the Pennywise strut?
No.
I'm gonna show it to you. Don't even worry about it. This is why I got you. I'm gonna show it to you.
Bruh.
Don't tell me he wasn't walking in there like that.
He did walk in there like that. I'm mad that he came out of the flames too. They're real good at that though. They're real good at having like something in the background and it's like benign looking, and then it starts to move closer into the frame. And you realize it's Pennywise. I mean, that's how he walked in through the fire.
How he walked in. I said this was the party of the year. He was lit.
It looked like a silhouette of somebody else at first, and then like it kind of morphed into him as he walked towards the lady. But yeah, he was in there
showing himself to anybody, and the Ronnie was looking at him like, "What?" And he just gives her the most unhinged line ever, and was like, "He said, what he said? Do I have face on my face? What? Unhinged. Pennywise was he was on one. Like this was the big thing that he was waiting for, because he'd be like, after I do some crazy stuff like this, I can go to sleep now. After I set this bitch out, I'm going to sleep after this. Oh, and then we get to my boy Richie. Rich, look. Now I got some theories, but I'm gonna get to that one in a second. They have to do this to us.
Yeah, they killed off Richie, man. I'm like, damn, that was kind of rough.
They ain't have to do that because who told him to be a hero at such a young age? Like, I need to see his parents, because who raised this young man?
Yeah,
who raised him to be such a gentleman? Because I don't know if y'all raising y'all children like this. This child at a young age,
I don't know.
People to try to help people before himself.
Messing with
like,
me.
I'm gonna be a rescuer. I'm gonna make sure I do something. And that was good thinking on his behalf to say, like, this, if I put her here, she'll be safe from inhaling the flames, and not and knew that he wanted to save the person that he loved. Like, you have to be raised on love to have that in your heart. Right. Because not everybody was raised on enough love to have that in their heart.
I think we could have both fit in that box. This is like Jack in that freaking door. Freaking Titanic. I think we could both fit.
They didn't.
they didn't try. They didn't try to fit.
I don't know. I guess it didn't do what they thought it was gonna do, or whatever. But he just, and he was just so sweet. And I felt for this. This is probably the only time I really had any type of feelings towards Marge.
Marge been cool the past ever since Marge
Yeah,
lost her eye. She been cool as fuck. I like Marge.
I felt for her in this moment because I felt like for the first time she felt real, genuine, true friendship
Yeah,
because
somebody that like her for her.
for her and liked her enough that wanted to save her life and liked her even before she got to a place where she could like him back.
Yeah.
He liked her and always saw her for who she really could be, saw her as a good person. Like he saw a good person in her before she even knew she could be a good person. And I know she felt bad about that, like when he's like talking to her about, memories and when they were in school and things like that. And I know she has to be sitting there like, God damn, I was a horrible person. And like I was about to set my own damn best friend up. I'm over here picking at people to impress them damn patty hoes, and this boy right here like has the biggest heart in the world and literally wanted to keep me safe. Like all of that is passing. Like she's gonna have survivor's remorse for this. I feel that's what
Yeah,
I
her ass gonna be in down Juniper Hills with with the clown lady. Cause bruh, this is mad young for this amount of trauma.
It is. It is. Now, I have a little. Now I could be wrong. Like I always say, I could be wrong. But let me cook for just a second. What if? Am I echoing?
You did. Not
Okay.
now though. Yeah.
Okay. What if Marge is the mom of Richie from the It movies? Because remember, Richie was the one that wore the glasses. Richie was the one that was class clowning because he wanted everybody to like him. And he even admitted that, I believe, in the movies, that was his way of getting people to like him the same way Marge was. And I think somewhere someone said that Rich's mom name was like Maggie or something.
Well, if that's the case, and I am Marge's husband, I am probably mad that she named our son after some dude. But in her defense, he did save her life. So if there was ever a time to name your child after another man, that might be it. But nah,
You see?
I didn't catch that at
You
first.
see?
Yeah, I don't know, like, because I can't remember the Losers Club's parents.
You see? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Think. Just y'all. Just think about that one for a second. I'm just, like I say, I always say I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but
Yeah, the legend of Richie.
y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. CT, I'm gonna let you take it away with Ian.
Man, you girl crazy, man. First off, I can't believe that Hank was doing this, man. Cause like, bro, what are you doing, Hank? Like well, I guess Hank ain't know. And I'm guessing whatever power she got is preserving her looks, because she's not a bad looking chick at all, even though my estimate she like 65 years old. But this is the craziest chick ever. And she did all of this. She set Hank up. She set the black people up after smashing Hank. And then her husband, who was a piece of shit, his car don't work after the massacre. He just got done killing people. He worked at the freaking butcher shop. Oh my God. There's so many layers to this. And then she confronts him in her "This is me" freaking clown costume, and bro is like, "You don't take that costume off, I'm gonna beat your ass."
I mean, that's pretty much what he said. He pretty much was like, and like the way he talked about her, like, this is your husband is Ike Turner. He like looked at her in disgust.
Like,
Like,
yeah, like,
girl, if you don't go on somewhere with
it's
this damn
like
wig on before I slap the shit out of you.
as despicable as these people are, and as much as I want to see them,
That's a horrible man.
yeah, like her, she's bad, she's terrible. I mean, I don't understand her situation. She's still terrible. Her freaking husband's the worst, and like just the way that he went out was terrible. Like, oh my god, I got his joint slashed through. But the fact that Pennywise used the freaking meat cleaver to do it, like, if this man's scared of meat cleavers, he works in a butcher.
Boy, and it was one slice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Pennywise uses your fears against you. I'm like, is bro afraid of meat cleavers? So that makes no sense.
This was probably one of the only deaths that I agreed with, because
it still ain't make no sense. Because why are you afraid of meat cleavers? You work at a butcher shop.
This was hilarious. I was thoroughly satisfied. I was like, Pennywise, you know what? I'm with you when you're right.
Then what I'm telling you, what I was saying last time, man. Pennywise is an equal opportunity hater. He don't care if you black, white, whatever. He trying to eat and get on by his business. He don't care. And he trying to have fun while he eating too. But like this whole scene was crazy. She did all this to get her dad back, only to be like, "You're not my dad." Like, duh. Like, what the?
Because why you ain't noticed before? Why it took you so long?
Killed the little girl. The little girl in the asylum that night. You should have known then.
And you ate her. He ate her in front of you. Like, it shouldn't have took this many people for it to come to ahead of you. It shouldn't have taken that.
She gonna reason that she's trying to rationalize that it was a shadow consuming her father. It's like, nah, it just was never him. It looked like him. It got his memories. It knows how to mimic him. It was never him. And
and the way he was trying his hardest to pretend that he was him too when he went
was.
Into that church, and he said
he was.
I don't really know how I'm supposed to do this, because I don't think he necessarily wanted to unalive Ingrid because he saw a purpose.
Oh, she's useful. I'm pretty sure, like, she is supposed to be.
She set this whole thing for him. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you did good. You know?
Ain't this like 1965 or something? She's supposed to be in her 60s. He is doing something to her physically to keep her from not being freaking old. Because she's supposed to be old.
I said that we might get. I feel like her story is not all the way.
Oh no, it's not. It's why they showed us her being wheeled off, which is like, how y'all gonna spin that? Why? Well, all these black people got burned up and shot inside of this freaking place, and y'all talking about it was a electrical fire from faulty wiring or something in a unsanctioned juke joint, but then there's a freaking butcher out there who supposedly was out there to help save the black people, but his head is sliced midway through, and his crazy behind wife is out there in a clown outfit. How do y'all make any of them lies work? None of that shit makes sense with the given evidence. Why is this lady out here in this clown outfit? None of it made sense. She got hit by them deadlights though.
Oh yeah, because she was you know, after, because like I said, I feel like he had a purpose for her at this point in time, and because she again he saw value in what she could bring to the table, apparently. Which is help put food on his table. But when she kept whining and stuff, he said, all right, then I'm gonna have to hit you. Because, and also, she really wasn't afraid of him either. But see, Pennywise always have a backup plan to when people's not afraid of him. Like if he feel like he can't spark fear in you, he gonna hit you with the deadlights every time. That's always gonna be the fail safe. Like, well, hell, if all the other tricks and stuff that I wouldn't gonna put out was gonna help you, then just get these deadlights and just come on. So he went and got her that way. But I don't feel bad for Ingrid because you got a lot of children and people of color.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You helped this thing. And what the native people said, it was what, 23 died inside the juke joint, and 17 kids went missing during that cycle.
And you tiptoeing around around Derry, looking at the kids every time, making to see if Pennywise was gonna come. You lurking there behind trees and shit to see when he was gonna pop up.
How long this cycle lasts? Because that's 40 people. That's 40 people that had to go because of this one thing, and they talking about unleashing that on the United States.
A mess. Yeah, they carried her out on a stretcher because, again, when them deadlights hit you, you pretty much catatonic. Like that's pretty much it for you.
But she looked at them kids though, because she was looking straight up in the air at first, and then she saw them looking, and she looked back at them, barely moving her head, anything at all. She crazy. She gone. She was already crazy, but she gone now.
She gone. Charlotte and Leroy, they pull up, 2 minutes too late. Hank hiding out in the woods, and Leroy is like, what the hell? What has happened? What is going on? Charlotte tells Hank to, take his clothes off or whatever, so she could put him on one of the bodies in the black spot, so they can assume that he's dead. And so that he can have room to.
It's trying to get him out of there. Her whole plan is
that gives them a window to escape. If they're no longer looking for him, that'll give him a window to escape. And Halloran, I'm telling you, I don't want it. Yeah, I refuse to sacrifice my sanity in this manner, because I don't want them as many special gifts and abilities you could have. I don't want to be a medium, because ain't no way. This is complete psych. And the thing is, it's not really psychosis, because
it's real.
It's real. But to everybody on the outside, he looks like he completely lost it. He looks like he is in a permanent state of psychosis that they can't shake him from. But it's very, very real. And that's the thing, because I'll be watching all types of stuff and researching, like the ones who have passed on, they know who has the ability to see them. And what is that? I can't think of her name, but I think they call her like Long Island Medium. She I can't think of her name though, but like she used to have like a show on TV. And she would say like they know that she can see them, and like they will pester her when they have something they want to tell her. Like she's like, they won't leave me alone. Like if they want to pass on a message, like they are going to pester her until she talks to them. And like she's learned to be able to like tell them like, not right now, or come back later, or I will get to you in a minute. But she's like, when they know when you know, and they are going to talk back.
I mean, it all depends on what I got. Because if I got like what Constantine got, I can deal with that. I can deal with Constantine's powers. As long as I can do the exorcism part too. If I can do that part as well, send their ass back, I'm cool with that. I don't want what Halloran got because he can't control it. And that's the problem. It's like control. Because like if I could turn that on and off, yeah, it's a pretty useful power. Like this is a useful ability because seemingly the dead knows things that the living just don't know. So that's a lot. That's a wealth of information right there. The problem is that he just can't turn off the faucet. Like once it turns on, it's a flood of voices, and then it's worse depending on like how many people passed in that area. Because when he was first on base, he was talking about folks passed away at the base. So it has like for him, if he's in the location like a graveyard, he's
looking
freaking out.
Centuries.
Yeah, like
you have passed centuries.
Yeah, like
well, I don't want to be seeing no damn 16th century damn spirits walking around with them powdered wigs.
Yeah, and then like for him to see them in the way that they died is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. They don't look like how they were in the living. The way that they went is the way that they're stuck, and that's what they see.
But that's not
the worst image of themselves.
That's not how Danny saw them though. In The Shining, he didn't see the ghosts like that. Like,
but I think he had the ability though to see them. Some of them like that though.
I mean, like he saw them. There were ghosts who was like dicking around with him, trying to scare him. But for the most part, the ones that he just noticed, they were whole. They didn't look like, even when he unleashed them in Dr. Sleep on that lady at the end, they seemed like they was decaying from like just being ghouls or whatever, but they didn't seem like that to have the injury that killed them. I don't know. It seems like Holleran's is just dramatic. His power is dramatic.
But he said we're gonna continue the mission, which he should have never given them this information because he helped them find that last. He helped them find one of the pillars from the lady that was in when he went through Taniel's mind.
Yeah, the chief.
And he saw the Native American chief where she put one of the pillars, and then they found the one that was in the turtle shell. Because that's when you see the turtle, Maturin is there to protect. They took all the damn protection away. He should have never told him where it was, but he saw her. And like, I guess I must still go along with the mission. We got to see this thing all the way through. But then again, he didn't really know what the hell they was trying to do with it anyway.
Yeah, he didn't know they were going to remove the thing. He's thinking him and Leroy are both thinking they're trying to make the cage smaller. They're trying to make the cage smaller so they can move the thing, not so that they can unleash the thing.
Yeah, they were lying to. Just like, lies is a thing that happens in Derry.
Oh yeah,
that they call it an illegal speakeasy from the people of color or colored people, and they electrical wiring caught on fire, and then the white men came to save the ones.
You got all this accelerant on the floor, all this gasoline on the floor. It probably still smells like gasoline.
The lie was not even sort of kind of believable.
Like it wasn't believable at all. But I mean,
people will believe what they want to believe.
That's a great example of like American history. I'll give them that. They did that well. Like tell you some shit.
I don't know how y'all put a spin on that, but they figured it out.
It's because the fire chief was out there throwing Molotovs. He was throwing Molotovs too.
And they also they seen Hank's clothes, so he is presumed dead. So in their mind, the hunt for him is over.
And this is before like DNA testing and shit. So
yeah, the children of Return said, "Well, shit, he sleep now."
Hey, the one lady in there was like, "Yo, it really was a terrible cycle." Like, cause she was the one that asked how many passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else was like, "Hell, could have been more."
I know.
See y'all in
27 years. Well, it's over now. We done did all we could do. So, meeting adjourned. And she was just like, damn, that's it. Like, there's not anything more we can do. For why?
Yeah, he gone. Like, what you gonna do? Find him? We gonna find him at? Where he at? You know where he at?
Exactly. Like let it lie. So we got peace for right now. Take the 27 years and live your life. All right. Just let's moving on. I got stuff to do. I gotta go home now. All right, y'all. You know. But they went and dug up because the military was like, oh well, Halloran did prove useful and whatnot, even if he is sitting over there, it looked like he's hallucinating in a whole state. Y'all ain't even trying to do nothing to help your boy out. He is just completely out of it over there. Them spirits is on his damn neck.
My thing is like whatever. Okay, like this is like the height of like CIA mental psyops science era or whatever. And Shaw said he took a drug that allowed him to remember the events of Derry. So there has to be something that they got that can dull Halloran's abilities at this point. Cause like, come on, the man is clearly is unwell because of what he's seeing. He ended up snapping on everybody. Like I heard him snap on the other soldiers. I never heard him snap on a white soldier, a white officer. He told bro he can shut the hell up.
And he ain't had a drink. Y'all done took a plate of place where he was going to drink at. Y'all just burnt down where all that liquor was at. Okay, now he got to see all this stuff sober, and ain't nobody gonna help him out. All because y'all want to go get a piece of a star shard and don't even know what the hell to do to it. So they didn't went and took it, talking about, yeah, we're good. Wrap this up, Leroy. We don't even need you no more. We're gonna take this to the lab. Is what they said. We're gonna take this to the lab. We're gonna get back to that in just a minute, but before we get to that, Charlotte took Hank to Rose because she said, "Hey, if we need a favor."
They went to their house at first because remember he was like, "They ain't gonna look for him at our house," and Leroy was the one told her to take Hank there. Because and that scene, Leroy, like his emotions are stunted because of his brain injury. And his wife is wigging out about like how Will was just in this place that burned down. And she's like, Leroy is like, you don't care. It's not that he don't care. He's being logical because he doesn't have that fear response. So his whole thought process is just logical. And it's like, I can see how they're bumping heads, but it's because Leroy has that brain injury. That brain injury is really like damaging his emotional spectrum. Like he has two emotions, and that's anger, and he has one emotion. That's anger. That's anger. That's all he has. He has anger and he has reason. That's all we ever seen from him. And so,
Charlotte
but it was his idea.
No damn more. Stay home.
Yeah, she did tell Will that. Which is crazy to me because it's like this is the first time Will listening to somebody. Like any other time you tell Will to stay home, bro, he ain't staying home. So when he stayed home this time, I was like, it's something up with Will staying home.
Right. And yeah, because Will wanted to go see Lily like the other two to go and deliver the news of
about Rich.
And Lily sitting there looking completely out of it. Like she just don't. She is just gone. Don't even know really what's going on because she's been holding on to that shard for way too long. She now knows she can't trust Mrs. Kirsch and don't even because she figured out what's going on, and she is just like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. And then they come and deliver more damn bad news.
Her dog was in there like, yo, this chick is tripping.
Exactly.
The dog was in the corner. As soon as they opened the door, the dog ran out.
Exactly right. I've been around her. I've been around this damn cosmic artifact too long.
This scene it gave me Exorcist vibes. Like when the two priests walked into the little girl room and she was just in there bit wilding out, like how they walked in and how the scene is shot, the lighting and everything. It reminded me of the Exorcist, the whole entire thing. Cause and then the fact that Lily is literally possessed. Like she was already being possessive with the thing when she first got it. And I know she's attached to it because it saved her life, but it's beyond that now because you don't just sit on the edge of your bed looking out the window. Like, that's not normal in the dark, essentially.
It's not, but I'm glad that they were able to be there and to show that they are, that they have that empathy and that sorrow that they feel for Rich trying to be a hero and being there, and Lily wasn't there to experience what she went through, so they got to fill her in. Like, all of us almost died in this goddamn fire, like, but we all made it except for Rich, who saved Marge's life. And I'm glad that she knows that they fell out for a second, but like, we here for you, girl. Put down the damn pillar, please.
Yeah, put that damn shard down.
Put it down. And again, them being able to take a moment to grieve, because they can't really, their parents aren't gonna understand what they really went through. They're not gonna understand it. That they don't know that it wasn't just the fire. Like, them kids know that whole thing was a scheme set up by Todd, aka Pennywise, and that Rich was just another casualty like those other kids were. Like, he is just another one that fall at the hands of this damn entity. And they did need to just take a minute to just sit in their grief, because at this point they're all that they have. Nobody's really gonna truly understand what they all went through together. And again, Marge is gonna have some damn type of survivor's remorse going on after that. So they pull up to Rose house because we got to get Hank ass out of town, and change his name. So I'm glad they went to the Native Americans for help. But hell, that was short. Before we even can get to that, Tanya come in there talk about we got to talk because they got the goddamn pillar. Tanya is a scout, because his ass just be sitting out there.
Oh, he be spying. He be looking, but
he need to see that Lily got the damn shard that he dropped.
I know, right? Freaking, that's another thing. They didn't bring that up yet, but when they did get a chance to, at least before Tanya came back, they did get a chance to explain how they would move Hank. And it is wild to me because, like, the plan is to get him to Canada, which kind of like goes back to like the Underground Railroad. Like, the plan was to get to Canada. And it's like, damn, y'all are almost a freaking 100 years removed from that era of time, and you still got to do the same shit. Like, yeah, I thought that stood out, and I felt like they did that on purpose. Like, made us view Canada as like a sanctuary in this time frame on purpose, just to go back and be like, ain't nothing changed. For these people, for Black people at least.
Mm-hmm. And so this the lie that they told about studying it. So Daniel sees that they dug it up, and they're taking it, and now the gate is open. They don't really they kind of understand what that means. They don't understand what it means as much as the Native Americans do, and how dangerous that it is. Like, they over here, y'all playing around with a cosmic entity that y'all again know nothing about. And Daniel's like, yeah, dog, code red.
Well, Leroy, I was such about to say Leroy knows.
Leroy said, hell no, not on my watch. Leroy said, oh, y'all try to pull a fast one on me is what y'all were trying to do. Y'all trying to get over on your boy. And so he Leroy pulled his damn gun out, and he get over there to Shaw ass. And lo and behold, this whole time we trying to make America great again.
Bruh. Release this thing on America. I mean, like, we've seen this before in storytelling, like with the Watchmen, Dr. Manhattan, like how Ozymandias, how he uses fear of Dr. Manhattan to get the rest of the world to work together. So it's like in that same thing. It's like they're utilizing.
Why is the world always great again when women and Black people don't have rights? How is that always equivalent to the world being great?
Well, see, his whole thing was if we have another thing to bring forth like fear and like intimidation or whatnot, then we won't have like time for this feminist stuff, this black stuff, this white stuff. We won't have
He wants
time
to
for
make
that.
America like Derry. He wants everywhere to be like Derry.
Yeah, numb. And
He
it's
thinks
like,
Derry is like the prototype of how a civilization should be ran.
which is ridiculous because the thing about it is, and Leroy said it, he was like, so you're just gonna sacrifice kids? Because the thing's gonna eat kids. Like, that's what it's gonna do when it gets out. And bro was like, yeah, collateral damage. Like, bro, what? And like, I get Leroy because his whole thing is if we get this thing and we cage it up, whether the US can use it however they feel like using it, my family is safe ultimately. Like, his whole thing is we do the mission and we leave Derry. But if you unleash the thing on the whole of America, then like there's no leaving Derry to get away from it. And for Leroy, it's like the thing is already after my son, like already. So it's like if I can't get like I had the option of getting him out of here before. You unleashing this thing makes that no longer an option. And it's like, who you think he's gonna come after? Like some other kid that he been hunting for weeks? Like, no, he come after my kid. So I get him, man. He had to know though. Cause I mean he always suspected there was more than what they were telling him. But he had to know like that they weren't gonna just weaponize it against the enemy.
Because he knew that plan sounded absurd, but also the other plan that they said also sounds completely
Oh man,
absurd.
all their plans is ridiculous.
Because none of these are great plans
And
at all.
they're like a rogue unit because Leroy threatened to go to the higher ups above them about what they were doing, and Shaw told the other guy, he was like, "Hey, make sure Leroy don't get off this base." So it's like, oh, they're gonna try to kill Leroy to keep him quiet because whatever they're doing, they ain't supposed to be doing.
But yeah, thankfully we know Leroy's gonna make it out because he was in the It movies. And although they pulled him dead lights out on Will, we do know Will is gonna make it out of this because he had a son, Mike. But what we don't know is what damage it did to him and what all happened. Like we missing that piece. We're missing that piece. So we got to see what is going on with Will. What happens to him when he sees the dead lights? What they're going to try to do to Leroy and obviously not succeed because Leroy is about that whoop ass life. They be playing with the wrong ones. I'm like, did y'all see what happened to the last security guard when they ran up on him in that room? Leroy don't play those type of games. He's not playing. I don't think Hank will make it out. I'm just saying. But before we get into our lasting theories, if you all have made it this far, please make sure you hit like and subscribe on the channel and turn on your notification bell. And also, please come and join the channel membership. We are going to start movie night back up. There is unreleased content on the channel that is not for the public that you can only get within the memberships. Now, episode 8, last episode coming up. Y'all drop your theories in the comments because I'm about to give you mine. This is what I think. I think they're going to use that last piece of shard that Lily is holding on to. Somebody going to have to snatch it back with the jaws of life because she ain't ready to let it go. Get that last piece of the star shard and use that as a pillar since they done already threw the other one in the fire. They need that because we see that Pennywise is still in Derry by the time we get to the It movies and that takes place in the 80s. So they were able to, I'm thinking that the one that Lily has, they're going to have to get it from her and put that one back. I don't know about this theory, but what some people are saying is that Lily is Bev's mom. That's what they're saying. because remember, we never saw Bev's mom in the It movies, and it could be that because Lily ended up back in Juniper Hills. Maybe that's why we didn't see her, because a lot of the things that Lily experienced, so did Bev. So I don't know. That one is out there. I'm just letting you know. And I don't think that Ronnie is gonna make it. I don't think her daddy gonna make it. I don't know if Charlotte gonna make it either. If it come between Charlotte and Will, she may sacrifice herself for him as well. Those are my theories. CT, what you got heading into episode 8?
Man, I ain't got nothing, man. I am so like, I don't know what's gonna happen next type of shit. Like, I ain't see this ending happening. I saw him getting out. I didn't see the whole him going after Will immediately, and then the whole deadlights thing. I wonder how much reach he got now, because he didn't have any like pretense to that invasion at the end. Like, usually he has to scheme and plot, and there's ways to him getting around certain things to get to people. With that last thing, he just called a house.
Well, he was in he was taking a bath in blood, and when the gate opened, he was like, "Ooh, I can go to the military base now." Because remember, it was out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there was one that I missed. That was
he was like going to sleep in that stuff. And then when he woke up, he didn't. He was surprised when he woke up.
Yep.
He was like, "Wait, what the hell?"
Like, I guess I got time for a snack since y'all opened the door. I guess y'all want me to
wilding in here.
Exactly. I mean, I guess y'all didn't want me to be done. This is what I had figured out, so I might as well, you might as well go ahead and go ahead for some more dessert since y'all letting me do this. I guess. Thank you. Might as well. So I'm very curious and anxious. I don't watch trailers for none of it. I just let the episodes come. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I haven't watched any teasers or anything like that. I'm just taking the episodes when they come. I'm anxious to see how they're gonna wrap up season 1, because we know that they have 2 more seasons in the works. They're gonna go back 27 more years and then 27 more years after that, to kind of wrap up the whole story of the entity, to kind of fit in everything that Stephen King wrote. They got to do this across the 3 seasons. Apparently 2 movies wasn't enough. So 2 movies and 3 seasons to tell us the story that's in here. So y'all drop your theories in the chat. And how much have you been loving Welcome to Derry? We want to know. And what do you think is going to happen in episode 8? And again, thank y'all for being here with us through this whole journey. This has been a good series, and being here with us and sharing your theories and liking and giving us your views and everything like that. So we got one more episode, y'all. One more episode to go. So we see everybody next week.
I can put you in a log cabin somewhere in Aspen. Girl, ain't nothing to the pain, ain't tricking if you got it.
Go to the police, not now. He's made sure of that.
Put you in a
He's
mansion
out there and he's watching us.
somewhere in West.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Like I said, ain't nothing to the pain. We can change the last name. What's happening? Cause you look so good. Tell me why you wanna work here. Put you on the front page of a King magazine, but you gon' get yourself hurt here. Hey, baby, I brought you in the back just to have a conversation. Really think you need some ventilation. Let's talk about you and me. Oh,
we
I
go
can't
from
believe it.
taking Kel to the hospital to catching a goddamn snake.
I think she want me. Nah, I can't leave her lonely. No, ooh, I can't believe it. Ooh, she out on me.
Lay low, so he knows you're alone, and then he's gonna come after you.
I can't leave her lonely. No, and you don't understand. She made the people say yeah.
Abraham Whistler.
Yeah.
Matt Blade.
Yeah. the people say yeah.